robot, different method of training the robot. So that is teach by guiding, teach by teach box. So like that, this is the one concept. So another concept is offline programming and the robot simulation. So these two we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you. Hi to everyone. MEM School of Engineering, Department of Mechatronics Engineering, online classes, subject robotics machine and vision system, unit number 4, that is robot programming, chapter number 2. So last class we did in chapter 1 we discussed with the different programming methods. So one is the teach content method, the lead through method, then so like that we discussed in the last class. Now we are going to discuss about the offline programming concept. So what is the advantage of offline programming and other programming? Okay, the programming for the required sequence of functions and portion is written on a remote computer console, then transferred to the robot controller. The robot programming languages is to make it easy for this purpose. That is different languages will used for the offline programming. That is offline programming in somewhere any places. That production area maybe somewhere of the places. So using this concept, we can control the robot with the any area. So these are advantages of offline programming. So teaching by teach boxes has been used in all of these areas, but this method cannot provide the close control needed in many cases. Many cases. Then sensory information is required to assist in the robot control. So there is a further problem of transferring the sensory information to the robot. So for this reason, it is desirable and often essential that computer programming done in advanced control robot. So this is called offline programming or pre-programming to differentiate it from the programming that occurs during teaching. So also offline programming and pre-programming are synonymous and indicating that programming is done in advance by the use of robot programming. So language rather than the being done the teaching mode. So the robot offline programming languages should be following criteria. So there is a limitations of robot offline programming. It should enable the human operator to utilize all the capabilities designed into the robot, its sensor system and external storage. It should be such that the human operator will have to use a clear and a simple style when programming robot motions. Its syntax must be easy to learn so that a non-professional programmer could readily memorize the language and as really writing programs and read them. So this section will review the evaluation of robot languages like MSH1, Wave, VAL, PAL, Rail, HELP, JAWS, RPF, and MCL. Okay, so let's see one by one. So first one MH1, that is mechanical hand one, the first robot language capable of describing operations with the programmable commands. So developed by the MID by H.A. Ernest in 1962-61. So the available language commands are move, that is indicating a direction and speed, then until, operate until a specific sensor condition occurs, if go to. So branch to a new location in the program on a specific condition. If condition, so branch to sorry, if continue, branch to continue action on a specific condition. So second one, Wave. So developed for the Stanford University. So was the first general purpose robot programming system. The most important features were so specification of compliance capability in Cartesian coordinates. So coordination of joint motions to provide for continuity of velocities and acceleration through trajectory turning points or via points. So description of end effector positions in Cartesian coordinates. So guard and move capability so that the sensory information could be used to terminate a move when the end effector touched something. So next to assembly language program. This is another type of program which is used for user interface. So that is A is the high level programming system for specifications of manipulator tasks such as automatic assembly in production line manufacturing. So also A has a considerable effect on the other languages and has emerged as one of the leading contender for a common robotic language. It was developed at Stanford University in 1974 and has been improved and tested since then. So next assembly language, that is Algo. So like source language, translated to convert programs into a run-able code and a runtime system for controlling manipulators and other devices. So trajectory calculation are done at compile time, so are modified during runtime as necessary. So two or more objects can be handled as one by the use of affix commands that cause them to appear as one object. So force sensing and compliance are implemented by the number of subroutines and by condition monitor statements in the syntax of the language. So there are signal statements and wait statements available when one process must wait for the compilation of another process. So these and other statements make possible the coordinated operations of two or more robot arms. So arm and hand movement commands are available to control moves, velocity, forces, and torques. So third language will be a PLAW, that is programming language for arc welding. So the robot manufacturing company developed for its series RW Cartesian robot equipped with arc current and television. So this is a low-level language specifically developed to program an adaptive welding robot. It is primarily served to simplify the programming of complex operations. In contrast to AL, this language does not call for the use of large computer. It can well be implemented with a microcomputer. So these are following instructions. That is robot motion control. It will define with a point to point using various interpolation techniques. Then control of welding equipments. Then control of peripherals by turning on and turning off the respective channels. Then control of sensor system. Then service instructions. Then conditional and unconditional jump instructions. Conditional jump instruction, check the status of flags and perform the respective branch action. Okay. So these are the first three languages. First yearly they used in the robot programming, that is MH1, Wave, then AL, then PLAW. So like that they used in the 1970s, 60s to 70 they used for the programming languages. So let's class we will see the remaining assembly languages like AML, Pascal, PAL, MCL, Rail, RPL, ADA, and VL like that we'll discuss in the next class.